of a person who believes that it is possible that nobody smokes on 31st May?
I would just like to take you through a small journey which I went across on one fine day. It was morning and I was standing at the bus stop, and one educated looking guy was next to me. He opened his cigarette case and then he saw to me and he said, "Can I smoke?" It was normal for me to say okay, but that day something triggered me and I said, I would prefer if you don't smoke. Because when you're asking permission, I should be not only conscious about my but even your health. He looked at me with a grin and kept the cigarette back in his pocket. Honestly speaking, I was impressed. In the return in the evening, I was coming by a share rickshaw and a young guy of around 21 was smoking, and he has kept his hand outside in the auto and puffing. So I said, "Bhai Sahab, you will have to pay 250 rupees if you smoke in rickshaw." So it seems he was not serious. Then I showed a play card on the rickshaw which says 250 rupees fine. He got agitated, went into argument, and then he said, "If you feel like," and I am throwing the cigarette. I said, "I feel like you should throw it forever." He said back, "Kaun nahi pita? Who doesn't smoke?" And he got down. But I was present that he threw away the cigarette. I went across to my complex and there was an old man with his granddaughter walking across and coughing. Seeing him in this condition, because I knew the family, and seeing me disturbed by the cough, that young girl told her grandfather, "आप जवानी में अगर सिगरेट ना पीते तो ये हालत नहीं होती." I said nothing. I just walked to the lift. I went to my home. My wife opened the door and her face was not normal. So I asked her what happened. She said, "Sad news." And I was expecting something seriously bad. And she said, her brother-in-law has detected cancer and his jaw has to be removed. And that was really sad. And still there was a worry whether he would survive it and what agony and pain he would go through. That night I did not sleep and I was present. People smoke because we give permission for them to smoke. They do not smoke in jungle, they smoke. Man is a social animal. He doesn't smoke in jungle. So people around him, if they object, they do not smoke. And how about bringing a moment whereby people are present that they could support somebody to kick off the habit?
As I can see, how one person can reach 12 crore smokers.
But it's true that if one person sows the seed, it could reach much more people. One person took on to bring Dry Day and he was successful. The whole country has the Dry Day. The challenge is not to relate oneself alone. I relate myself as we all. And the moment I relate we all, I don't find myself alone. Now the question for me is how to envisage the same feeling what I have in others. So I choose 5 methods to reach people. One thing which connects all educated people is emails. So I said, why not at the end of the signature add one line, 31st May, no smoking day. And this could reach to billions without paying a penny. Then the question came, how could I reach people, those who are illiterate, those who are really rural folks, those who do not use emails, etc. And I was present to the power of telecom. So a mobile operator, if he gives a signature line on his email or SMS, those things could reach more than 12 crore people, even in one day. And that's not enough. There's another way, is I go to media, I go to press and put my word across. Media reaches those numbers. And then even if that is not enough, I do something that government could take on.
What if government won't declare this time 31st May no smoking day?
First thing is, I strongly believe government is for the people, by the people. And if I believe, there could be that my message has not reached them effectively, I'll play it more effectively, more people will make request. And days are not far when government would accept our proposal. And even if government doesn't approve or doesn't declare a dry day on 31st May, I won't make them wrong. They would have some compulsions. They will say what are the compulsions. And you and I together would resolve those compulsions so that year after year we could have the same opportunity.
Is anyone funding for this concept?
Honestly speaking, most of the things we do in our life do not require money. The way I chat with my brother, father, mother, there's no money in it. The love I share, the love I get, there's no money. So I don't come from the context about money. Money is only that it fulfills my need. There is so much surplus everyone has. So why worry about money? I have not considered it.
You are an inventor. Then why you are into such social activities?
Thank you for reminding me that I am an inventor. All my inventions are targeted to masses, to make their life easy. There are some which are patentable, which you see on the patent, etc. But there are many inventions which takes place which are not patentable. And if my inventions do not reach masses, if they don't touch the life, if they don't make a difference in their life, I don't think I'm inventing.
Today, almost everyone smokes. So how many will you stop?
Thank you for this question. There was a young boy walking on a seashore early morning, and there were lot of starfish washed on the shore. They were nearly dead. So this boy used to pick them up and throw back them to the ocean. A young guy walks across and asks that boy, "What are you doing?" He said, "I am saving these starfish." So there are so many on the shore. Who all you are going to save? Boy keeps on doing that, and that disturbs the guy. So he asking him, "You didn't answer my question." So that boy replied, "I know I cannot make difference in each and every one, but who all I pick up and who all I throw back into oceans, definitely I make a difference. So my cause is whoever I can touch, I wish to touch."
What will you get out of only one day abstinence?
Cigarette smoking starts with curiosity. After curiosity there's fun, there's pure enjoyment, and slowly but surely he gets trapped and he talks to himself he cannot do without cigarette. So the person who feels he cannot do with the cigarette is actually a prisoner. I want to give him one day free life. There is not imprisonment with his conversation that he cannot do without cigarette. And once he experiences that freedom, he can choose whether to have that freedom or go back to smoking.
So what in case people will stop before 31st May? Then what will you do?
So what you're saying is that what in case the shops are closed on 31st May? Still people will manage to smoke. I would like to take the conversation back. People do not smoke without permission. Say if it is 14th February, everybody reminds us about love. People send cards, people do lot of things to celebrate 14th February. Similarly, on Mother's Day, on Women's Day, we get lot of compliments. And so those days signify some actions. On 31st May, World Health Organization has declared one day absence. So all those near and dear one would request with love to please refrain from smoking for that day. And when everybody is not in alignment with you to smoke, then you would feel socially unacceptable and may not smoke. So that is how I say no one will smoke on 31st May.
It is already written on cigarette packs that it is dangerous to health. Then what more effects are you putting forth?
There are lot of messages, and these are good messages. What I am bringing in is a stand. I am really present that I have no right or no power to stop. But I am also present my commitment towards you, my brother. I can very well see that you have right to smoke 365 days. But it's my humble request that one day, if you can relieve yourself from smoking, you would have a new opening for yourself. So it's my request, a humble appeal, to consider this possibility of refraining from cigarette for a day.
I am into an entertainment business and my job is to entertain people. There are listeners of mine, those who are smokers also and non-smokers also. Then why would I go against people?
I appreciate what you are doing, entertaining people. Along with entertaining, you also do many other things, knowingly or unknowingly. Your thought process has an impact on people's behavior. And if it's few words of yours, if you can present them good health, this, and people are always going to cherish you for doing that. They are going to praise you for it. They are going to praise you, appreciate you for the stand you have taken. And just imagine, it was no one's job to remove polio out of the country. But people like you took on with the help of media and whatever conversations. Today, polio is out of the country. There are not many years away when people would definitely consider this option also for the cigarettes.
If no one is supporting you, will you work further? And then how?
The question is, there is no question of no one is supporting you. For me, all of us have heart and a real love for humanity. I don't differentiate myself than the others. And I am very clear, the reason you are taking my interview, there is somewhere in your heart corner you want to contribute to the society. My job is to just give air to that chingari, that spark. Remaining would take its own shape.
You said you have 50,000 volunteers who are supporting the cause. Then how you have deployed them?
Honestly speaking, 50,000 is number of the volunteers two institutions together have. One is I Volunteers and second is National NSS, National Social Service by Mumbai University. In past also they supported us in our zero death on track movement, and this time also they want to support us. Once the space starts moving, when people start action on the floor, many people will join. Just handful people joined Mahatma Gandhi when he started Dandi movement, and by the end it reached, there was such a big crowd that British Empire has to reconsider. I am very clear, if there is means, if there is a purpose, people will follow.
How companies are going to support this?
Oh, companies love their employees. They have done it in past also. They have done a lot of things. Uh, like Tata Motors every year celebrates 31st May No Smoking Day, and many companies do that. They put posters, banners, they put some things. Now those all are really good, but for me they are tokenism. I want to bring all these companies together under one umbrella such that we impact. And what is more is now we are empowering people to refuse people from smoking next to them on 31st May, no smoking day. The message I want to give, if somebody in your family, unknown, has fallen victim to such practices, it is time to pay homages to them. कुछ पुष्पांजलि करते हैं, ऐसी मोमेंट को हम मिलके सपोर्ट करें.